Hello friends, Adam here with FED. You know how when I make a tier list, you guys all can go in the comments and make fun of me and tell me why I'm wrong? Well, today I'm going to do the same to you. I'm going to look at your tier list that you submitted to me on Discord. I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to go through one by one and make fun of all of you. And by make fun of you, I mean just critique your tier list. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm not going to make fun of anyone. Except for Fallen Angel here, whose tier list is essentially just who died through their playthrough. And it's basically everyone. Fallen Angel, get good. Alright. From Bulletin Matteo. Sorry if I say your name wrong. That's a lot of S tier. Looks like you just put all the emblem rings up there. I'm just going to ignore the emblem rings. That's what you said to do that, so good job me. Yunaka at the top. Byleth and Vale at the top as well. I don't know about Vale at the top. She's it's a little odd to me. Oh yeah, you really like Vale, I guess. It's probably because of dragon shenanigans. Diamant too high, Lapis way too high, despite my favoritism. Anna way too high. Yeah, this list is pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest with you, Bulletin. I'm gonna be a little mean. I'm gonna say this list could use some touching up. I don't know if you played on Maddening or not, but it doesn't really seem like it. Because like I agree with the placement of like Yunaka, but then to have Zelkov so far away from Yunaka is a little weird to me. So like Zelkov and Yunaka end up being very similar units, and then Zelkov comes with a bunch of extra SP. And realistically only joins what, like 4 chapters later or 5 chapters later? Is it like 4 chapters later, right? Because Yunaka's chapter 6 and Zelkov's 11, so I guess 5 later. And it's still very early in the game when he joins. So I think that's my biggest thing. Like Zelkov and Yunaka being that far apart is kind of goofy. And I think, yeah, Lapis and Diamant are both way too high, in my opinion. And Fram's way too low. Stop sleeping on Fram, and Amber's way too low. Amber's actually kind of good. Yeah, I would change a lot, but thanks for submitting. Alright, Best Boy Shinjiro. Sami in S tier is obviously the only correct place to be. I could see why people like Ivy enough to put her in top tier. I don't think she should be there. But I understand the attraction of, you know, big magic stat on a dragon flying around. I don't think she's quite that good though. I definitely don't think ATA is that good. And Marin, I think Marin is definitely like a high tier unit. I don't know if I would put her in top tier, but definitely like higher up there. I really like Marin's joining stats, and also she starts off in one of the best classes in the game. I do think Wolf Knight might be one of the best classes. High movement plus daggers is kind of silly. People like Hobble. I don't care for Hobble, but yeah. Marin's kind of nasty with it. I think Marin's really good. Looking at the rest of your list, yeah, why the heck is ATA all the way up there? That is quite the take. Vander in F tier is an actual like affront to the senses. It is absolutely incorrect. Vander, at the very least, should be in C tier for his contribution in the early game. Without Vander on Maddening, the first 5 chapters or first 5 or 6 chapters would be absolutely miserable. Sure, you'll want to bench him once you get, you know, maybe like once you get to chapter 8. There's really no need to deploy him anymore. But before that, he's invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. Other than that, I like that you value Fram a little bit. You put her in C. I'm a big fan of that. Saline is way too low on this list. But you know what? Good for you. Good try, buddy. Cute tier list. Cute tier list. I do like that you have Zelkov slightly like by Yunaka. That makes a little more sense to me. They're basically the same. Alright. GBA Hater. Hey, I like this guy. So we have Ultra Gaming, Advanced Gaming, Gaming Not Gaming, and Garbage tiers. I love how there's a tier between gaming and garbage. just to get the point across for the way you feel. Again, having Yunaka and Zelkov that far apart is silly to me. I think that's just kind of a Yunaka bias. I think you just like Yunaka a lot. Yeah, I don't know. With so few tiers, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what's going on here. I think Tamara is not as good as a lot of the people you have in the tier below. This is something that stuck out to me instantly. Like, I like Gold Mary more than Tamara. Honestly, I think I like Lapis more than Tamara. People might really disagree with that. I like Hortensia a lot more than Tamara. Seadoll definitely should be way higher. Seadoll's way too low here. And Bonet should not be an ultra gaming. I mean, advanced gaming. Bonet should at least be a not gaming, maybe garbage tier. Bonet is garbage. I do not like Bonet. His joint stats are garbage. They're so bad. Hard to make use of him, in my opinion. I do like that you at least have Saline in the highest, the second highest tier, I guess. And Fram, probably a little too high, but I love Fram, so 10 points. Okay. Based on character, I don't really have an opinion on this, but Sami in the Gods tier is a top tier pick, Mr. Chosen. All right, Blind Coco. Blind Coco's dope, by the way. Blind Coco is making like a video game. It's just dope. And I actually played a demo of it on the channel. Gales of Niella, you should go wishlist it on Steam. Anyways, almost perfect units. Chloe, Hortensia. I agree with Chloe up here, Seadoll up here. Actually, I might move Chloe down one tier. But I think I agree with Hortensia here and Seadoll here. I don't particularly love Marin in Almost Perfect. I think I don't know. I think her damage output is a little lacking unless you give her some specific treatment, like something like the Erica ring or something. Or get her to Inherent Lunar Brace. But I can see the want to put her up there. Alchrist, I think, is a little too high. Luna's funny. Luna Lynn shenanigans is very fun, but I think it's a little too high. I don't think he's quite reaches the pantheon of units that are Panette and Kagetsu and the Thieves. Amber, yeah, it makes sense. Tamara, I think that's too high for Tamara. Great, but requires investment. I think even with investment, Anna is only good. I don't think she's great. And Jean, I don't have enough experience with yet, honestly. I just can't get myself to train him because it's too much of a pain. Mid-tier that requires help. Lapis and Fogado. I think that's... Okay, this is where I'm going to... I'll agree that Lapis definitely needs some help to get going, but she doesn't need that much help. Honestly, she just needs a seal. She just needs a Master Seal, and she's good to go, in my opinion. And she'll be dealing solid damage. And she's decent avoid tank if you want her to be. And Fogado being... I don't think Fogado really requires that much help. I think Fogado just needs a promotion. Which, at that point, by the time you get to Fogado, basically all your Master Seals are garbage. You're getting close to the point where you just sell them if you have them. So you might as well just use one on him. And that's all he needs. And then he's just a solid unit. So I would say he is I would at least put him in your late game filler, or it's more like mid game, but I would at least put him in good mid tiers because he is a solid contributor to the team regardless of what you do with him. Again, just needs a Master Seal, which isn't asking a lot at that point in the game. Trying to see, I think Saline should be higher. I think Saline belongs in the Great from the Get-Go tier. But everything else, I think Pandreo may be a little higher tier than what you have him here, but I get it. But yeah, I like this list, except for Fram. Fram should be higher. Fram's awesome. Ooh, an Emblem ring tier list from GBA Hater. Ike should not be that high. Ike's not that good. Not gaming. Okay, this has got to be a joke. I don't get it. Is this based off character or something, like the ones you like the most? Because Corrin and Erica should be in ultra gaming, especially if you have Ike up there, and Byleth should be up there. Tiki probably should be higher than she is. Veronica should probably be higher than she is. Lynn should be above pretty much everyone in advanced haming you have here. I think Lynn should at least be above, should definitely be above Marth, Leaf, Celica, Hector in this grouping, and Makai should be in the highest tier as well. So yeah, Erica, if you don't think Erica's good, you just need to not use her on Rosado. That's the problem. Rosado is not that great, and he's the one that starts off with Erica. So it gives Erica kind of a bad name, or paints Erica in a bad light. Or it also kind of tricks people into think Rosado's good. Just Erica's really good, trust me. Erica's insane. Lunar Brace on its own makes any physical attacker way better than they really are. Even a unit like Fram or Gold Mary as a Master Monk or Martial Master, whatever it's called, can be incredible with Lunar Brace. Oh, Triabolical. Okay, Triabolical. I put a lot of stock in his opinion. He is quite the Fire Emblem YouTuber. Go follow Triabolical on YouTube. Subscribe to him. He's a cool guy. He did a lot of really cool 3 houses stuff, and he also helped us complete our Magic Only 3 houses run with a really sick strat suggestion at the end, which was super huge. But Triabolical and I think we also tend to kind of have similar opinions on stuff. Yeah, Saline is a god. She might have like the best early game and mid game with 11 sword. I understand a lot of people aren't too hot on her, but yeah, she's really good. As far as emblem rings go, you do have Byleth, Corrin, Lyn, and Makai. I think those are kind of like the common 4 top tiers. I think you add Sigurd to that grouping, and maybe an Erica to that grouping, and Lyn to that grouping, honestly. I mean, Lucina. I don't know. My top 4 are probably Byleth, Corrin, Erica, and Lucina, followed by... Actually, no, Byleth, Corrin, Micaiah, Lucina, followed closely by Erica, Lyn, and Sigurd. And then after that, it gets a little muddier. But I like the dyed tier. Spoilers. Triabolical. I like the dyed tier. That's pretty funny. That earns points. Yeah, Marth and B makes sense. I can see. I would probably. I don't know. Really, Ike is only good on the right unit, whereas like you have someone like Marth or Lyn, or even like Corrin, who are, or not less Corrin, but even like Byleth, who are like good on everybody, right? Anna's too high. Anna's garbage. Anna's garbage. Growth units are a pain. Bonet being that low, good job. High five. Clan being that low. I have a newfound respect for Clan after this last playthrough I did. Don't go Sage. Go Mage Knight. Go Mage Knight so he can use a magic weaponry or use a physical weapon if he needs to. Clan's pretty dope. I like Clan a lot more after this last playthrough I did. Fram, honestly, it's probably a fair placing, although I'm a big Fram fan. She's the president of the Divine Dragon fan club. I'm the president of the Fram and Clan fan club now. So, Vander and C, respectable. I like that placement. I'm just trying to see if I see anything that I disagree with. I get why Vale is so high because of her dragon typing, but I would probably move her down. Yeah, I agree with this. This is good. This is good. Good list. Good list. All right, Benjamin Snow. I know Benjamin Snow also does a lot of content creating things. Go check, like, join the Discord and go to the Promote Yourself channel if you want to check him out. But so, oh, he analyzed how useful they are to make sure this list was 100% correct. Okay. So Gold Mary tier, Sea Doll tier, Chloe Cross Sigurd tier, Alcoholic Novelist Jade Arc Wen tier. Okay, cute. Cute, Benjamin. Cute. All right, Swordsmaster, another person on YouTube that you could go subscribe to. I know she doesn't post very often or hasn't posted in a long time. She used to post. She used to be. I don't know. She's been around for a long time in the community, so she's cool. But anyways, yeah, Swordsmaster on YouTube. The best. Kagetsu, Yunaka, Zelkov should be up with Yunaka if you're going to say Yunaka is one of the best, in my opinion. I understand like thinking that he's slightly worse because he joins later, but as far as like, I don't know, he should at least be like the bottom of the same tier, like in the same tier. I don't think they're a tier apart. I like this realistic Chloe take, having her in very good. I haven't talked about Louis yet today. I'm not sure how I feel about him. My opinion on him changes from day to day. Because sometimes I'm like, man, Louis is actually like really nice to have. He's super tanky. But then I'm like, well, he just gets bodied by other stuff though. So like, I don't know. Tanking can be good, but also I feel like it's better in the early game. It's better to just kill things in the end game. Citrine is a little too high, but I know swords act like Lysithia, you know, like the high magic units. So I get why Citrine's that high. Pain. Man, everyone hates Lapis. It makes me so sad. Everyone hates her. Everyone thinks Lapis is so bad. Everyone thinks Lapis is so bad. I'm a little sad about that. I think Lapis is fun. I would move Fram up one tier into Goodish. She's your first staff bot, and then she has her combat honestly can be like fairly okay if you are willing to get her the level ups, and her level ups are basically free because they're staff level ups. So if you're willing to put in the time, Fram can be okay, and it's like easy to put in the time. Okay. This is the definitive tier list based on strength, and yes, the tiers are ordered too. Go away and judge me. So go away and judge you, or go ahead and judge me. I don't know what you mean. KNDO. Bonet and E tier, love to see it. ATA best unit. That's obviously some waifuism there. But I see the rest of it is fairly serious. The poor Lethos character. Like everyone puts the poor Lethos trio in like the lowest tier. It's so sad because they're not that bad. They're not that bad. Vander should be up because early game contribution. I've talked about that before, so I won't go over that. I've talked about Fram and Clan enough. Anna's too high. Anna's garbage. Growth units are a pain in that regard. She's not easy to train. Like you could second seal her right away into mage, and then maybe that's a little easier. But then you have to use a second seal on her when you'd rather use a second seal on someone else. So, I don't know. The second seals in the early game are just kind of valuable, and she needs to use it early to be like to grow her magic to a point where she can be as good as someone like, I don't know, even like Citrine. But like if you want to be like the most efficient with your levels, you need to get her to level 10 in her base class, which is fighter, which is just horribly painful to do, by the way, and then promote her and then use the second seal. Yeah, Anna, I don't like Anna like at all. I think Saline is way too low. She's way better than Anna. I would say Saline's better than Marin, better than Alchrist, better than the Illyrs. I like Saline more than Louis, and by the time Pinette joins, I have a hard time saying one's better than the other once she joins. Kagetsu, Yunaka, why are you, again, so many people separate Yunaka and Zelkov by like a tier. I don't get it. Most people put Yunaka ahead of Zelkov, but either way, it's still silly to me. Still silly to me. All right. Frost Ivy Appreciator. I wonder where Ivy's going to be at on this tier list. Anna in S tier is my first thing I see and go like I vomit a little bit in my mouth. I don't think Allyr as an emblem is that good. I'll be honest. I think Allyr as an emblem, because here's the problem with emblem Allyr and like engaging. It takes away the skills that you have from your other ranks, and that can be very detrimental. So say you use that on like, say you have, in my instance, I had Fram with, had the Erica ring, and you do engage plus with Fram, well then, oops, Fram just lost Lunar Brace plus. She doesn't have Lunar Brace anymore. Or you say you have Sigurd on like Saline, which is generally what I do. And not generally, but that's like, I like that pairing. You do the pair up, and then, oh no, Saline lost Cantor, or Cantor plus, and that's a big loss. So you kind of really have to plan around not losing skills that are important. I like some of the skills though that Byleth does have. You know, the Bond Forger or whatever that gives like plus avoid and hit to all nearby allies is cool, but I'm not very hot on that ring, or their engage plus or whatever. I get Aleer being this high because of dragon typing. I'd probably put them one lower though. I like the Erica appreciation, but the Corrin's way too low. Corrin is like the ultimate map control. Micaiah is way too low. Micaiah, outside of warp skipping, there's also just great experience gain in the early game from Micaiah. So I would put her higher. Fram too low. Sad. Fram too low. Ooh, a Lapis enjoyer. Ooh, A tier Lapis. I would probably put Lapis lower here, but I appreciate the Lapis love. And Yunaka and Zelkov are too far apart. Jean and S is crazy. Oh, that is crazy. It's true. Jean and Anna in S is crazy. Ooh, an Emblem ring tier list from KNDO. Come on. Work with me here. Ike way too high. Sigurd, Lucina, Micaiah, and Erica are not high enough. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. All right, Mr. Snow. S tiers for Sigurd. Okay, I think Ike should be lower. I think Micaiah should be higher than pretty much all of these. Erica wears a oh gosh. Okay. Not gonna waste. I'm not gonna read that. Don't care. Yeah, Fram and Lapis Justice, putting them in the Met tier instead of the Y tier. Clan should be higher though. Everyone gets really down on Clan because of his. They are like, oh man, his growth in magic is so bad. That's his personal growth. The class growth, patch that up. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's passable. And there's ways to patch up. In particular, I feel like there's really easy ways to patch up magic damage. With using magic weapons. And it's not hard to get him into Mage Knight. I think that's actually, he comes with sword and tome proficiency, right? So just put him into Mage Knight and give him 11 sword. He wins the game. Well, lots of conversation. I was hoping for one more. Okay, we'll do these two. 2 playthroughs on hard. Okay. Ranked on their value with no extra effort. Okay. Alchrist, I guess yeah, Alchrist, all she needs is a Master Seal. Chloe just needs a Master Seal. I mean, she also wants staff efficiency, in my opinion, I prefer Griffin Rider or Griffin Knight. Yunaka and Zelkov being separated by 4 tiers is kind of ridiculous. Anna takes no effort, apparently, to be an A tier. That's absolutely... Where do you have Jean? And Jean is also A tier with no effort. Those are 2 units you're babying for multiple chapters to get them to be useful. Mad disagree. Saline, sure. Lapis is probably too high. Fram, not high enough. The classics. Oh, and everyone's favorite Jerry. From stream. Okay, he's talking about his favorite men in the game. Okay. All right, there you go. There's Jerry's tier list. Okay. All right, let's look at one. Let's look at this one. I like this. This is a. They did a grid, and I like this. I kind of wanted to do a grid myself. This is the last one we're going to look at. Sorry if I didn't get to yours. This is from Llama. Don't know how to say your name, because it's not spelled like llama, the animal, so I don't know if it's llama. So maybe it's Llama, but then it sounds like I'm calling you lame. It's a whole issue. So it's bottom left, hard to use when there are choices. Bottom, so Bune, okay. Top left, hard carry that got replaced eventually. Celica. Okay, so Celica. Okay, I like that. Bottom right, popped off when given attention. Top right, emblems and dancers mostly. Center exists. Okay, so high is early game. So the vertical axis is early game. Horizontal axis is late game performance. Okay. I'm interesting. Not sure I agree with this. I think if I were to do two axes, someone tell me how to say that. If I were to do two, I'd do like investment versus contribution or something like that. But Erica should definitely, as soon as Erica joins, she's insane. So she should definitely, and she has one of the best, she scales the late game way better than most emblem rings. It's the first thing I see. I think Camilla is good always because she has dragon veins. Corrin's good always because they have dragon veins. Micaiah should be right up in the top corner as well. Lucina should be up in the top corner too. Yeah. I kind of like what you were going for, but it's kind of a jumbled up mess, and I don't agree with a lot of it. So yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to yell at these people for their bad tier list and tell them in the comments why they're awful. Make sure to laugh at them and point and all the things you normally do to me on my tier list videos. And also, I don't know, feel free to drop your kind of like basic tier list thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll catch you next time.